Should. I think we should. This is it, moment in history, our very first match of the World Indoor Bowls Championships. And like I say, it's an All-England pairs playoff. And first of all, we have an all-brothers lineup from Ely in Cambridgeshire. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Edward and Robert Elmore.
Something that you're never gonna forget. But baby, you just ain't seen nothing yet. You ain't been around. That's what they told me.
Good luck to both the brothers there. And they take on Louis Ridout and Sam Tolchard. Give them a nice round of applause. Our second pairs match for this afternoon. There we are, best of 2 sets, 9 ends in each set, and of course a 3-end tie break if it comes to that. I bet you never thought that bowls could get so rock and roll, could you? There we are. Enjoy the match, everybody, and good luck to all our players.
That introduction, we're ready to rock and roll, as he said. And here we are with the first game of the 2016 World Indoor Bowls Championship out here on the portable rink. Good start there. We've got 2 interesting pairs here. They've fought their way through the PBA qualifiers to earn their place here at Potter's Resort in January 2016. And they've also had to face a playoff this morning outdoors on the bowlers bar rinks. Slightly different surface to the portable rinks, but it's the same for all 4 players. The 2 players in red, Robert and Edward Elmore, are from the City of Ely Club. As you might have guessed, brothers. And Louis Rido and Sam Tolchard are from Torquay United.
Probably one down. Try it. And again. One red.
Start there. Like I say, it'll be nervous ends for the first couple of ends for all 4 players. 2 very experienced players walking down to the mat now. Sam Tolchard and Edward Elmore. brothers urging this down to the jab.
Two red.
Good ball there.
The ball in front, mate. It's not on your way. You want to go inside it? Yeah, bowl you.
I was talking to Rob Elmore at lunch when I saw the first opening set of his game this morning out there on the bowlers' bar rinks. I thought they were going to win fairly comfortably, but they were playing against Scott Edwards and Robert Taylor, and apparently one shot up playing the last end of the second set. They dropped to 3, which forced a tie break.
Hand down.
A great ball there for Sam Tolchard.
1 green.
The Devon man showing his class. So they managed to just get through on a tie break. Louis Rideau and Sam Tolchard played Martin Rice and Trevor Taylor from the Cumbria Club. Of course, Cumbria is the club that's unfortunately lost its facility now due to the floods.
Short right down, Tolchard.
So they would, I would think, struggle to get a bit of practice before they got here. Lost their club a few weeks back. Trevor Taylor is the manager there and spent a lot of time trying to clean up. So the opening end of this first game on the portable rink, one shot to Louis Rideau and Sam Tolchard. Great start here for Louis. We play 2 sets of 9 ends, and if necessary, a 3-end tie break in these main events of the World Championship here. Kindly sponsored by Just Retirement. World Championship pairs games are played 2 ball pairs. Often at club level you see 3 ball or 4 ball pairs played. So it puts a lot of pressure on the lead. The lead's got to try and get their bowls in the head to help their skip. It looks like Robert might just be dropping a touch short here.
One green and a measure.
Well, Sam's just looking to draw to this back bowl.
One green.
Oh, he's just managed to tip that over slightly. Looks like it's 1 green. Louis just encouraging this bowling. Anything just behind helps. Edwards in the area with this, all on his weight. Needs to pass that front green bowl. Just dropped short.
One short rider, Tolchard.
So Louis Rideout and Sam Tolchard take the second end and lead the game 2-0 after 2 ends. As mentioned earlier, the Elmore brothers play for the City of Ely club, well known for the names such as Nicky Brett and Greg Harlow. And Robert Elmore has won the national triples, playing with those two familiar names. But they both play to a very high standard in the club. Louis is well known on both the outdoor and indoor scene. In his list of achievements, he names the bronze medal he won in the pairs at the Atlantic Games. He's been a junior and senior international. Sam Tolchard, in his major world and international achievements, on his player profile, it says not many. So he's leaving that to everybody's imagination. I know at home he'll have his very supportive mama, Sharon, watching him. I'll give a shout out to Sharon. And his exceptionally talented sister, Sophie Tolchard, one of the bright stars of the England indoor and outdoor ladies setup. So, very talented family.
Two green.
Our marker for this game is Francis Fletcher, umpire Tom Weir, part of the very strong umpiring crew here at the World Bowls Tour. Over the course of the next few days, several of the umpires will be joining me in the commentary box, and as we did at the Scottish International Open, we do say to you, if you have any questions to ask an umpire, we have the World Bowls Tour umpires here, and they're very, very open to taking your questions and answering them for you. So if you want to send any questions through to us on either our chat or Twitter or through Facebook, we will try and get them answered for you as soon as we can by one of the top guys.
Still favourite you are, Sam. Don't mind, you want to be brave. Look over a yard or so. Couple of yards, turn the ball full. Got ours on the high side coming in. Hold now.
Well, he's in the area.
Great effort.
And just a bowl under. Not the easiest shot to play on the portable rink. It does react differently to any club surface you may play on. And that 2-3 yard on runner is always a little bit cruel on here.
One green.
Don't forget we're live and in full HD with you for the entirety of the event here at Potters. World Indoor Bowls Championship, sponsored by Just Retirement. And we're here for every game now, here out on the portable rink. So do join us. have quite an international following on YouTube, and for those listening in out there, the next game up involves Canada versus Ireland.
One shot, rider, Tolchard.
And we have for the USA, Neil Furman and Mary Ann Beath are playing against David Corkill and Chris Eady of Ireland. That's Neil Furman and Mary Ann Beath of the USA versus David Corkill and Chris Eady of Ireland. And that game follows this game. And this is the English playoff to get into the main draw for the pairs. And the winner of this game will face Darren Burnett and Stuart Anderson tomorrow morning. Great start again there by Louis. He does lead internationally. He's used to playing with two bowls. He and Sam make a lethal combination, but the Elmore brothers are used to playing together. Yeah, good reply.
One green.
A little bit of banter between the players there. We do normally in the pairs here have the players mic'd up. I'm not 100% sure if there's a technical issue there. I will try and find out for you and get back to you on that one. Sam looks on a good line here. Yeah, good bowl. It makes a slight shoulder. He's running at this. Great result. Looks like it should go on the respot. In the World Bowls Tour events, if the jack goes out of the confines of the rink at the sides, the jack is placed on a spot, which, as you just saw then, Francis has put the jack there on that spot, and the players have to play to that. So currently it's one red. Sam's got quite a bit of room there to draw in. Sam, even though it doesn't list it on his profile, I know for a fact skips for England internationally. So he'll be used to playing to displace jacks. And the pressure's back on Edward here to draw inside Sam's last delivery. Might have just overplayed this. Yep, overplayed it.
One shot, rider, Tolchard.
It's another one shot to Rido and Tolchard. That means their lead is now 4-0 after 4 ends in this opening set. We play 2 sets of 9 ends and, if necessary, a 3-end tiebreak. Oops, looks like this might go off again. Yeah, the portable rink is very quick out there compared to the rink that the players played on this morning, outdoor in the bowler's bar. Outdoor, I mean outside of the arena. I'm sure it would have been slow if they'd have been outdoors. It's very, very cold down here. Nice and warm in the international arena here.
Jack length 27 metres.
For those of you who like to know who the players' bowls are that they're playing with, Sam Tolchard plays with Henselites, size 5 heavy. He lists either Tiger or Pros on here, but I would think he'd be out there with his Tigers. Louis Rideau plays with Aero Grooves, 3.5 size. Robert Elmore, again, he's a Henselite player, plays with Tigers, size 4. And his brother plays with Tiger 2s, size 4. Players got to play with either red or green bowls. At the top of the draw they play with red, if the bottom of the draw they play with green. So they could have to change colour of bowl while they're here at the tournament as they progress through. And a lot of the players have their own red and green bowls, but if they don't, the World Bowls Tour carry a pool of bowls that the players can try out, see something that they're comfortable with. Well, this looks to just be lacking weight.
You, mate. Yeah, can you make balls?
Yeah, I don't think Sam will be short at this. It's a possible connection. Doesn't want to take his own out, but in 2 bowl pairs, there's always an opportunity. It's close to 1, I think. Yeah, I'll manage to get a very good result out of that. There on the replay, he got one of the bowls and it edged on to the jack, which again means the jack goes on the respot. Well, quite a bit of room for you this time, Ed. Just got to beat that green bowl that you can see in your picture to get on the scoreboard. Yep, that puts the Elmores on the scoreboard with a count of 1. So after 5 ends in this first set, the Torquay United combination of Rideau and Tolchard lead 4-1.
Jack length 28 metres.
Robert's opening bowl there still leaves Louis quite a bit of room. A nice high line with this, all on its pace. Yes, very good. He's put a lot of pressure on his opponent with that opening delivery. It's unlike Louis, perfect weight.
1 green.
Just put it under the line. Well, Edward, can you get under that bowl? No. You just put that too high. Another good ball from Sam there. Didn't want to make the target any bigger. Didn't. Managed to put it right in front. He leaves a bit of a tricky shot here for Edward. Doesn't want to drop any more shots. Needs to be in the area with this. Close. Good result. It was really a bowl tight for what he actually wanted.
One down, mate. Go before you get your ball free.
Mentioned before, Sam from a very, very strong sporting background. Doesn't have to get this terribly close to count.
1 shot right out, tall chart.
Sam's dad used to play cricket at a very high level, so I know he was torn in his younger years as to whether to take up cricket or bowl. Louis started well again here. Yeah, it's a good lead bowl. This looks under the line, Robert. Yeah, good bowl again. Yeah, good display of lead bowls here from Louis. Making his skip's life a lot easier. A little smile off him there.
Two green.
Robert just struggling to match Louis at the moment. Always very appreciative crowds here at Potters, and as the next few days go on, we'll find it'll fill up nicely. I believe finals weekend, it's been a sellout for quite some time. Well, Edward in the area with this. He's very unlucky, that's gone right to the positional bowl of Sam's.
Same balls you last time, that's a foot short, just under. On your way.
Just repeat your delivery.
Oh no.
This wants to ease a touch, looks to be running.
Oh no.
Doesn't want to get the outside edge of the red bowl and knock it in.
One green.
Very good line. Not sure this is on the right track. Might get a bit of fortune. No. One more shot.
One shot, right down, Tolchard.
To the green pairing of Louis Rideau and Sam Tolchard. They lead 6-1 after 7 ends. In qualifying, they play 7 end sets. Once they get to Potters here, we go to the televised 9 end sets. But they are 5 up now, the Torquay United pairing, with 2 ends to play.
Jack length 28.5 metres.
Dulcet tones of Tom Weir there, telling us the length of the jack. Well, Louis just adjusts his line. His length was very good with his first bowl.
He'll get there, yeah. Again. Yep, one red.
Well, it's probably one of the few times that Louis Rideau, since arriving at Potters, has faced shot being against him when he's walked up to the head. He played very well from what of the game I saw this morning. He led very well against Scottish and English player Martin Rice. And Sam Tolchard looks on a good track here. He's urging it up. Needs it to run a touch. He might have just made it, yeah. Yeah, 1 to green. That would sit them the set light. And this looks very wide. Smile from Sam there. Well,
One red.
he just managed to tip the red ball in. I don't think it'll make a great deal of difference because Edward has got to try and get another in here. I think Sam would have just been looking to get behind this jack. And just lacking
One
it.
shot, Elmore and Elmore.
So that does actually take us into the 9th end of this first set. Louis Rideau and Sam Tolchard have a 4-shot lead over Edward and Robert Elmore.
Jack length 27 meters.
Robert, you need to counter 4 at this end. So concentration needed. He's just dropped a couple of feet short. Oh, Louis, for your team side, all you have to do is match these bowls. Put them in a position where your opposition cannot counter 4. It's a good track again from Robert here. Needs to run a touch. Well, yeah, that's in the area for his brother. Yeah, Sam just asking Louis to try and get the second bowl. Even sitting his own bowl down helps. And it looks a good track. Is it here? No, he's just lacked a bit of weight.
One red.
In the area here, just bend a touch.
Length, mate. It's just behind. Length.
Really, that's a good target for Sam there. Rest off that bowl. You can just push it through. It's a lot of pressure when you're having to count with all 4 of your bowls on the rink, which is the position that the Elmore brothers are in. This looks a bit wide, Sam.
Hurry.
Needs to swoop in now. Close. Just given up. Well, chances, Elmores. Well, Robert's just said it's 2 and a look. Needs to get this one in. If he gets this one in, I'm sure Sam will come and have a look at this. It's very close as well. Yeah, that's pushed the closest bowl of Tolchard and Rideout's out. It's 4 to red at the moment. Well, what would you do if you're sat out there watching this now? What would your choice of shot be? Well, I don't think Sam will be short at this. That'll be my call. On the forehand. Well, it doesn't really matter, you can play it either hand. Just play and reach into it, get rid of one of those red bowls. He's in the area. Any sort of connection will do.
One shot, Elmer and Elmore. First set, Rideout, Tolchard.
So that first set goes to Louis Rideout and Sam Tolchard 6-3 after 9 ends, and we're going to the second set. So the Torquay United players have won the first set. It means that the City of Ely brothers, the Elmore brothers, have got to win the second set to take us into a tie break. And the winner of this game will face Darren Burnett and Stuart Anderson in the second game tomorrow morning. We've got a great lineup of games over the next few days, so stick with us and we'll always let you know what time the next game's going to start. We have 2 games here this afternoon and then 2 games here tonight. We start at 7:30 tonight with what is a really interesting game in the first round of the World Pairs here. And we have David Gourlay and Mervyn King facing Ronnie Duncan and Colin Walker. And following that, we've got Jonathan Ross and Les Gillett, who will be playing the winner of the overseas playoff, which is the next game on here this afternoon. So loads of bowls for you today. Stay with us. The Elmores really want to get off to a good start in this second set. Louis started the second set like he did the first. Great lead bowl. Louis lists his favourite foods as Indian and sausages. I wonder if that's a combination.
2-3.
And Sam lists his favourite food as Domino's, so pizza man. All these pieces of very interesting information were given on their player profile.
One green.
Pairs games on the portable rink are not played under the shot clock rules. If there's some of you out there sat wondering why we haven't got the timer going, that only comes into play when we're in the main singles draw.
One shot, right out, tall chart.
Jackpot 27
Louis will
meters.
look to consolidate this good start here. They've won the first set and 1-0 up in the second set. Question of getting a few more shots on the board for them, put all the pressure on the Elmores. That was a good start here, just needs to trundle a bit further.
Yeah, mate. 18 inches.
Oh, some great graphics there on the new set. You're at Potter's Resort, the home for several years now of the World Indoor Bowls Championships. Great hosts of this event, and they look after us very well. And a fantastic venue. And it's sponsored and supported by Just Retirement.
One green.
Move, mate. Move now. Come on, Sammy. Get up, up, up. Very good. Oh, well, Sammy.
And a great ball by Sam there. Again, the Devon pairing are off to a good start here. Now, Edward, can you reach that last ball of Sam's? Just rest off it. You get shot.
There you go, mate. Same ball. Hurry now, mate. Get up. Bend. Oh, bye.
One shot, elbow and elbow.
Well, Robert and Edward have got on the scorecard here. They need to change something here, perhaps change the length a touch. It's 1-1 after 2 ends in the second set. Might see a change of length here. Great, we've got so many of you tuning in this
Jack line,
afternoon.
7 meters.
Hope you're enjoying our live coverage here in full HD. And we're with you for the rest of the tournament. We also have BBC coverage during the second week, but for these first 10 days, you can see all the bowls you want to on the World Bowls Tour YouTube. Well, Robert's led a good ball there. Louis just overplayed it. Oh, Robert, can he make the most of this and put another ball in the head? In the pairs games here, they do have the option to swap over after the set's completed. Don't often see it happen, but it is possible to do. And you can also swap over again before the tie break, if you go into a tie break. So it's not something we see often, but it is part of the rules that they can do that. Both of these pairings have played so many games together like this. They'll be used to the order they play, and I would think the Elmores play a lot of games together, leagues and nationals. Sam's got a couple of options here. Just drift past the short green bowl. Try and just draw a shot. There is the other option of under the short green bowl to reach the red, but as I mentioned earlier, not the easiest shot to play on the portable rink. It's a good track here, Sam Tolchard. Very good track here. What a bowl.
1 green.
Shows the class of the player out there. His first time out here on the portable rink. A lot of players get fazed by that. We've seen it certainly in the singles. Players not used to playing with these sort of stadium set. Struggling. That's certainly not the case for Sam Tolchard out there. Looks good again here. Looks very good. That just sat out.
One shot right down, Tolchard.
Yep, just the one shot. Puts Louis Rideout and Sam Tolchard 2-1 up after 3 ends in the second set.
Jack line, 28.5 meters.
inch off, mate. Come just round the back of him. Perfect.
Well, again, Louis not letting up on this. Good lead bowls. The grimace on his face said he wasn't so keen on that second bowl, but looks on a good high line again. Yeah, great bowl again. Well, Robert, you've got to be reaching on this track. It looks to just be lacking to me. It's easier said than done. You don't play a bad bowl in the commentary box or sat at the side watching. And out there it's not easy, not when you've only got 2 bowls. Well, the decision for Sam here is, will Robert play a bit of a trundler to try and get into those 2 bowls of Louis Rideours? So Sam might want to just cover this. Yeah, that's what he's looking to do. Forehand just to can be in the count, but ideally just behind the jack.
Very good.
Yep, great position there. Yeah, managed to get one away. Good result, lot of room there
18 inches.
for Sam to draw in another. Just overplayed this. He'll be disappointed in that. He would hope to have got a good second in there. I don't know whether they might tempt the Elmores into playing some sort of chop and lie shot. It's not easy because the angle there, if it gets too solid on the green bowl, it could take it through for an even bigger count of a drop, whereas at the moment they're only 1 down. Well, decision made. He's not trying to play anything too silly here. Just trying to just get past that bowl to get to the jack, but overplayed it. Not a bad effort though. That's 1 more shot to Rideour and Tolchard. They lead now 3-1 after 4 ends in the second set.
Length 28.5 meters.
A few more coming in now to watch. There was another few games on the bowlers' bar rinks this afternoon. Some early qualifiers. Another great bowl there by Louis. Certainly led exceptionally well out there this afternoon. Following on from how well he led this morning on the bowler's bar rink. As I mentioned before, there's still a couple of games going on out on the bowler's bar rinks. Qualifiers for the overseas for the singles. They play in group stages to get their way into the main draw. So definitely in favour of the Torquay guys here. The Elmores are on the back foot. They need to start changing something up. Good shot there of Sam concentrating on this bowl. Certainly a rink that makes you think about it. Oh, great ball there from Sam Tolchard again. Certainly at the moment, the boys in green looking a lot more comfortable out there. Both played at a very high level. But, didn't quite do the job.
2 shots, right down, Tolchard.
Yeah, still 2. So that's a lead now of 5-1 after 5 ends in the second set. 4 ends left to play. They've got a 4-shot lead in a set that the guys in red, Robert and Edward Elmore, have got to win. Next couple of ends are crucial. Louis Rydell's leading so well out there.
Jack length 28 metres.
And jack length 28 metres. Definitely favouring the longer length jacks. But then, as I mentioned earlier, we played on the bowler's bar this morning, which is a lot heavier than the portable rink. So it's all a question of who can adjust out here. Louis certainly done that. Well, he's clicking his fingers at this, but it doesn't look too bad to me. Excellent bowl there. The Elmores are in all sorts of trouble now. Louis just led so well. Put a lot of pressure on Robert. And if Louis hasn't absolutely nailed it, Sam Tolchard's come up with a blinder. That's what you want in pairs, the perfect combination. Nice to see they're out there playing with a Little smile on the face as well. Means that they must be relaxed. When you 5-1 up with only 4 ends to play, having already got a set in that back pocket, you can relax a bit.
Sammy. Bend all you got, mate. Bend all you got. Hurry now. And one.
Yeah,
Very good.
anything just behind here. Very good again from Sam. Again, his positional play's been really quality in this game. Forcing Edward into playing a runner again under the line. Might get a result. Yeah, we'll manage to get one away.
One green.
He's got a one, mate. Got the 2 deepest. Nice draw again.
Yeah, again down a good track here, all on its pace.
Sammy. Very good, mate.
Yeah, in the
Right
area
down
again.
now. And down. Right down. Well ball, mate.
Yeah,
Two
great
in.
bowl. Well,
Happy draw up there.
yeah, Robert's just asking Edward to draw to that last bowl. It'll look like from the mat. But to me it looks like the Elmore brothers are in all sorts of trouble. This has got to be perfect. If he misses this, drops a 2.
2 shots right down, Tolchard.
Well, that puts the Torquay pairing 7-1 up with 3 ends to play. In the second set, having won the first set 6-3. They score on this next end. They will take their place in the main draw of the pairs here at Potter's Resort World Indoor Bowls Championships, sponsored by Just Retirement. And they will face in the second game tomorrow morning
Track line 28.5 meters.
Darren Burnett and Stuart Anderson. If you want to stay with us this afternoon, we have the overseas pairs playoff. That's between Neil Furman and Mary Ann Beath of the USA, and David Corkill and Chris Eady of Ireland. Well, Robert's just lacking the weight again here. Certainly the green partnership of Rideout and Tolchard have found the pace of this portable rink quicker than the Ely pairing. Well, Louis Rideout, for his first time out here on a portable rink, he's played exceptionally well. Very experienced player internationally. He's not affected in playing on the World Bowls Tour portable rink.
2 green.
They only need to count at this end to guarantee their place tomorrow morning. While he's urging this on, you'll be looking to rest the red bowl to the left of your screen. If he gets it there, it's perfect. It's dipping under, but it's still a third shot. close to getting a connection. Yeah, managed to get it to the red bowl. Got that perfect.
One
So
red.
only the one down, so no panic for Sam.
No, just let overplay it. Couple feet, we turn the ball. Couple feet, sandwich, but he's only good. About an inch.
Oh, that's nothing for you, Sam. Shot pole's and about an inch behind. Just draw to that, just play to reach it. Might have just overplayed this, not easy to just play that timer on the portable.
One shot, elbow and elbow.
Well, that takes us into another end. The Elmores pick up a one shot, which means that they now trail 7-2. They've got to win this set, so they've got to score 6 shots over the next 2 ends. If they lose this end, or don't count,
Juggling 28.5 meters.
a couple of shots, the game will be over. Just dropped short there, Robert. That's 2 bowls virtually out of the possibility of a count.
And even if you're 2 feet by, you might still get second.
Yeah, that's a great positional bowl there from Louis. I think he can sit back here. Perfectly in line, so there's no target for Edward here. Away under. Well, I think it might be a question of start the car.
That was mine, mate.
Sam Tolchard was just having a quick look up there at our scoreboards that are positioned at the end of the rinks. He'll know he's in a quite comfortable position here. His leads played exceptionally well, but he's backed him up in a good combination out there.
Sorry. Run now.
Anything past this bowl.
Run.
Just drop that short. The Elmores have one bowl to stay in this tournament. We're discussing these options, quite rightly too. Having a look at all the angles. At this stage of the game, we won't shout at them for standing in front of the camera. It's a serious bowl, is this? He's got to counter 2 out of this. Would ideally like a 3, but I don't see that happening. But there is a possibility of a 2, but it's a huge ask. Well, this bowl to stay in the World Indoor Bowls Championships here at Potter's Resort. He's in the area. Well, just got the bad result.
Second set and the match, Rideout Tolchard.
But Louis Rideout and Sam Tolchard in the second set, 8-2, and take their place in the main draw. Second game tomorrow, playing against Darren Burnett and Stuart Anderson. Stay with us, because shortly coming up we'll have Neil Furman and Mary-Ann Beath versus David Corkill and Chris Eady. Thanks for your company.
Ladies and gentlemen, and our first match underway in the international arena. Our second match is coming up very, very shortly, so if you want to remain in your seats, then you're more than welcome to do so. Or if you want to stretch your legs again, you're more than welcome to do so. But our second match will be starting very shortly. Thank you. Just confirmation to the timing of next match. 4:30 we'll start our second match this afternoon in the international arena at 4:30. So you've got time to stretch your legs, grab a coffee, get some fresh air, drink some water, have a toilet break. 4:30 next match. You can mute me, guys, if you want, on the mic.
Height difference. There's a height difference. Right. Oh yeah. Well, do you know what I would do? Take it in. I'd take it all around that. It's missing it here as well, Mike. It's missing it both sides. Look.
This is ridiculous. You can't have that.
Well, it's got to come up, isn't it?
Right. Oh, right. Oh, I see. Well, my bad.
There you go.
All right, yeah, very good, eh? Good.
spot.
I think it'll work for you. And also gives you another chance.
Oh, is it one of the dishes there?
Ah, right. Argument, okay?
Yeah.
That's
first stepped on the football rink before you were born. Nearly. Nearly before you were born. Before your wife was born. Nearly before you were born. Find him in the eyes. It's not bad, yeah. I like it. Feel like you're winning the battle or anything. Just leisurely something game.
Welcome back to our second match of this afternoon. Don't forget 7:30, got two more matches for you. And yeah, in our pairs. So I've got a little story I'd like to read out about one of the players, ladies and gentlemen, if I may. It might not come very apparent to begin with, but you'll get the gist in the end. It's about the, when I say it's about one of the players, it is, but it's also about a common vegetable that we all love to eat, and it's a potato warning, and it goes like this. A girl potato and a boy potato have eyes for each other, get it, eyes, yeah, And finally they got married and had a little sweet potato, which they called Yam. Of course they wanted the best for Yam, so when it was time, they told her about the facts of life. They warned her about going out and getting half-baked, so she wouldn't get accidentally mashed and get a bad name for herself, like hot potato. Yam said not to worry, so no spud would get her into the sack and make a rotten potato out of her. This has a meaning. We're coming to this, okay. But on the other hand, she wouldn't stay at home and become a couch potato either. She would eat properly so as not to be skinny like her shoestring cousins. Then she went off to Europe. Mr. and Mrs. Potato told Yam to watch out for those hard-boiled guys from Ireland and the greasy guys from France called French fries. And then she went out west. She must watch out for the Indians so she wouldn't get scalloped. They sent Yam to Idaho, PU, that's Potato University, so that when she graduated, she'd become in the chips. But in spite of all they did for her, one day Yam came home and announced that she was going to marry David Corkill. David Corkill, they cried. They were very upset and told Yam, you can't possibly marry David Corkill because he's just a commentator. Hey! Hey! Hey, come on now. It took me years to work that one. I've been on that for 2 years working that one out, Corky. Oh, dear Lord. Oh, you've got to have a laugh, haven't you, eh? Where would you be without a laugh? Yeah, you're right. Yeah. After that, yeah. Oh dear, and we've got, I know, we wrote it really. There we are. Honey Badger with a baseball cap. That's Marianne's nickname, Honey Badger. She's tiny but feisty. Yeah. Is she really? Yes, she is. Yeah.
Oh, you didn't? Really?
Oh,
I had to give him something to chew on.
Oh, I don't give him anything, but it's too late.
Oh, I figured he'd have a little.
After all these years.
Well, you know, it was kind of, you know.
Fortunately, there's not that many people in to be embarrassed with. Sorry.
So we're all, we've got any day visitors. We're all residents. Oh, your day visitor up there. There's a couple of chaps there. And, but we're all residents, are we? Now we're saying, no, you're not. So your day visitor, are you? Yeah. Don't fold your arms like you're currently milk. You do that. Cameraman stretching. We're streaming this live in HD on YouTube. So, and we've got Janice, our commentator, up in the commentary box, who's commentating. So it's streamed all over the world. This is what it is, all over the world. We've got 3 people watching. No, we have 250. Oh, it's more than that. 250 were where? In one particular country, or?
Literally just behind the black.
Now apparently we've had people like watching it in oil rigs in Alaska. Yeah, people like that, you know, like that's how far and wide it's been streamed. All the 4 corners of the earth. You're famous now. Famous. Yeah. You never know, with the sweeping of the camera, you're being shot, you're going to go beamed all over the world you are. You're all international celebrities now. Yeah. This is the British public world. Oh dear. So this final trial then, and we'll introduce the players, get underway with our final match for this afternoon. Like I say, some great matches coming up this evening at 7:30. Okay, just get the bowls in situ. Mike, our marker, umpire, and Tom's the marker. I'll give our officials a nice round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. They do a magnificent job here for the World Championships. And just feed and water them, really, that's all we do. A bit of dripping and water, dripping and bread, that's their payment. Mobile phones, switch them off, please, thank you very much. That's very kind, thank you. Okay, let's get the match on now, ladies and gentlemen. Time to introduce the players. And first to a young man who's recently become a father, Chris Eady, and he plays along with the chairman of the PBA and, of course, the BBC voice of bowls, Mr. David Corkill. Give him a nice round of applause. There we are. Chris Eady and David Corkill. Okay, and our second partnership now, a mixed partnership consisting of a lady who's a dog whisperer and all the way from Arizona in the United States of America, and she partners a familiar face on the world circuit and the world number 18. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Marianne Beef and Neil Furman. Now over to our commentator, Janice Gower.
Well, thank you, Richard. Interesting game lined up this afternoon. This is the final qualifier of the overseas pairs. These guys played off this morning and yesterday in group stages. And the winner of the groups got to come out here on the portable rink in front of a nice view here from Potter's Leisure Resort, and of course you good viewers at home. We're here live and in full HD for all the games that are played on the portable rink. And this one is the overseas pairs playoff. The winner of this goes into the main draw and will face later on today Jonathan Ross and Les Gillett. So to the game, Neil Furman and Marianne Beath from the USA. Neil Furman's no stranger to your screens, one of the most successful overseas players in the World Bowls Tour. He's ranked 18 at the moment. And Marianne Beath. Known Marianne for a good few years, plays a lot for America, all over the world in different events. She was actually the first player I ever played here myself on the portable rink, so we've been friends since then, so it's nice to see her back here. And they're playing against Chris Eady and David Corkill. Now, this pairing's been here before a few years ago. They do play together and play very well together. Good ball here from Marianne, just going to run through the gap. And Chris, as Richard Baird just mentioned, newly father, a little baby with his partner, another good friend of mine, and a shout out to Cleaner. I'm sure you're there watching Chris, and Cleaner's here herself in the ladies singles and mixed pairs in the middle weekend of the World Championships. And Chris's partner, well, for those of you that have not seen or heard this man before, it's one David Corkill, the voice of BBC Bowls at the moment. Does a great job on and off the green. He's also the chairman of the PBA. Does a lot of work for bowls. And also a pretty nifty player. Well, I was talking to the guys that had played in the English pairs qualifier, which preceded this game, and they too had been out on the bowlers bar rinks this morning. They said the difference in pace is quite extreme. It's a shorter rink, is the portable rink, and a lot quicker. So it's all a question of which of these four players finds it the soonest. Partnership of Louis Rideout and Sam Tolchard. Found it very quickly. Louis led exceptionally well, backed up by his skip Sam, and they will play again in the main draw tomorrow morning. Well, Neil looks on a good track, needs to pass the short green bowl. David just asking Tom Weir to have a look at this. Tom Weir, our marker for this game.
1 green.
Tom's calling 1 green. Exceptionally good judges, our umpires at the World Bowls Tour. And Tom's one of our newer members to the squad. Was the coordinator of the umpires at the Commonwealth Games. So great experience of organising as well as a top umpire himself. And our umpire for today's game is Mike Davis.
2 shots, Eden Cockhill.
So the Irish pairing take a 2-0 lead after an end in the first set. We play 2 sets of 9 ends and if necessary a 3-end tie break. I've been asked whereabouts we've got people watching. It's been quite amazing over the last 2 games just how many of you are joining in, listening in and watching in. And we've got people out in Milwaukee, Nova Scotia, Arizona, just to name but a few. And as I mentioned, I'm sure there's a few watching in Belfast. Welcome to the World Bowls Tour YouTube live streaming in full HD with full commentary from the World Indoor Bowls Championships here at Potter's Resort, all kindly sponsored at the events by Just Retirement. Don't forget I mentioned in the earlier game, we'll have the pleasure of the company of 1 or 2 of the umpires over the next few days in the commentary box. And they've put a message out to say if anybody has any questions for the umpires about the WBT rules or any other rules within the bowls fraternity, just bob them to us. We are now on Twitter, Facebook, and also there's the chat on YouTube. Send in your questions and we'll gladly ask them to one of our top umpires here. Like I say, over the next couple of days we'll have the pleasure of their company in the comms box.
One green.
The Belfast partnership of David Corkill and Chris Eady got off to a nice start there. And Chris is holding shot here. David's just short. They did have the opportunity for a short practice on the rink before they played, but it is a different pace. And I certainly won't be cruel to Mr. Corkill when I'm in commentary, as I would expect probably next weekend he'll be commentating on one of my games, so therefore I will be very kind. Oh, good effort by Neil there. As you notice for this game, the players are now mic'd up. We had a bit of a technical issue in the first game, but yeah, normally in the pairs we do have the players mic'd up, which means we get to hear what the shots they're playing. He's had a good try at this. Oh, he could be unlucky there. I don't know if he's pushed it through for two. No, it's just the one. So one shot to David Corkill and Chris Eady. That means they lead 3-0 after 2 ends in the first set. It definitely sounds like we've got some viewers in Belfast, and I will give a shout out to a very good friend of us all here, whose happy birthday, Mr. Brian Daly. I hope you're having a good birthday. I think it's your first birthday in a few years you haven't spent at Potters. So enjoy your birthday. And we are missing you. But 2 Belfast players out there on the rink. For those of you who like to know what the players are playing with bowls-wise, David Corkill plays with Drake's Pride Professionals. Chris Eady plays with Henselite. He's listed here as Classic 2s. I'm not sure the bowls he's playing with out there are the line of a Classic 2, but they could be. Mary Ann Beath is playing with Drake's Pride Professionals. And Neil Furman plays with Taylor Ace. Just gives you an idea what sort of line the players are getting out there on the portable rink. Different surface to play on. It's not something you can really practice for apart from here. And the rules in the pairs here are slightly different to rules in national pairs. Both skips have got to return to the mat at the same time. But after the first set, the players can actually change over. Don't often see it happen, but it is actually part of the rules. Yeah, just a bit unlucky there, David. Say it's not the easiest rink to pick up. Certainly, him having a game out there will give him some ideas for when he's in commentary. Mary-Ann just watching this bowl of Neil's coming up. Looks just under the weight. Can it sit her red bowl down? Yep, that helps. We have often said in the past when David's qualified for events, he could commentate on his own games while he's out there playing. And like I say, that's the joy of the world pairs here. The players are mic'd up, so it gives you spectators an idea what the thought process is behind the shots they're playing. Very unlucky again there, David. They just needed to slip either side of the green bowl or hit it a bit fuller. Like I say, Neil, very experienced. It's been a few years since Mary-Ann played on the portable here at Potter's. But, as I mentioned before, she does play all over the world. Represents the USA in many events. Lists her interests as pickleball. That's the other sport she plays. Now, I have to be honest, I had to have a look at this on Google to see what pickleball was. And it's a bit of a cross, in my opinion, of something between tennis and badminton. It's a racket game played indoors. So they say you learn something new, but yeah, she plays pickleball. And the umpire just been called on here to make the decision on who shot. It's Mike Davis. I think it's the first. He gets the award for the first measure out on the portable rink at this year's World Indoor Bowls Championships, sponsored by Just Retirement and hosted wonderfully here by Potter's Resort. It goes back to the original bowl before he'll declare which bowl is shot.
One shot, Beef Furman.
Yep, that's one shot to Neil Furman and Mary-Ann Beath. So after 3 ends of the first set, David Corkill and Chris Eady lead 3-1.
That's 27.5 meters.
A bit of room there from the opening 2 bowls at this end. Watching this, it's a very good line from Marianne here. Might just have overplayed it. Not a bad bowl at all. It's a good bowl. Chris Eady, a very successful lead. He's led internationally for Ireland for a number of years.
On green.
As I mentioned, he qualified back in 2011 for the World Pairs here with David Corgill. And they have played together for a number of years. He's played internationally since 2009. If we wanted to start listing off his partner's successes, he's got down here that he's won over 21 national and British Isles titles. He's been part of the international setup for Ireland for some time. One of the highest caps players ever for Ireland. And I'm sure a lot of players out in Ireland have appreciated his expertise and coaching skills. And he now coaches the ladies' international team. One thing I did spot on Neil Furman's player profile, and those of you out there that do know me at all will know why I spotted this, but his favourite food is chocolate. I have a funny feeling that might be on my player profile as well. Neil just struggled there though, and David's got a huge chance of drawing in another shot here. Chris urging it on.
Three shots, Edie Corkill.
Count of three gives David Corkill and Chris Eady a 6-1 lead after 4 ends first set. Again, just a reminder, we play 2 sets of 9 ends and if necessary a 3-end tie break. And do stick around, we've got live and in full HD coverage of all the World Bowls Tour games here at the portable rink at Potter's Leisure Resort. And we continue tonight at 7:30, and this is one to stay up to watch. It's worth giving up going out to bowl yourself or play football or whatever, because at 7:30 here live we have David Gawley and Mervyn King versus Ronnie Duncan and Colin Walker. And then following that, we have the winner of this game that's on the rink at the moment, playing Jonathan Ross and Les Gillett. So more games for you later on. And we have the live coverage all the way through the entirety of the championships. So you don't have to miss a bowl. We're still asking for any questions for any of the umpires. We did get one in from a player who asked how does he get his bowls closer? And the answer we gave was to try harder. But I'm sure Andy Jones there in Blackpool, thanks for your question. Oh, Chris, might have just over-adjusted with this one. Yeah, room for Marianne there. If you want to come down to Potters to watch live. I think there's still a few tickets available for the early part of the event. I know the finals have been a full sellout for some time. Yeah, great bowl there from Mary-Ann. Good adjustment.
Red.
Chatting to Mary-Ann the other day, and I think it took her over 40 odd hours, nearly 2 days, to actually make it here to Potters. She spent, I think it was about 10-11 hours in Chicago, stuck because the plane was delayed. And she said she knew every chair and every corner of Chicago airport. But managed to arrive here, settle in. Neil Furman actually names the World Bowls Tour portable rink as his favourite rink. Like I say, he is one of the most successful overseas players in the World Bowls Tour ranking. Lovely chap, nice to sit down and talk to Neil. He loves his bowls, but a nice bloke to boot. He's actually here in the singles playoffs for the overseas, so he's got a chance of actually being in the singles draw. He's had a successful season at the qualifiers, but he's playing out there today with a broken toe. He damaged his toe over Christmas and was a little bit worried whether he was actually going to make the World Championships. But
One shot, Beacon Foreman.
bit of recovery time and fully strapped up, and he's out there. And he's just scored another shot, so after 5 ends, David Corkill and Chris Eadie's lead is now 6-2.
Jack length 26.5 metres.
Well, Mary-Ann's set off this end with a reasonable lead bowl. Just wants to take the pressure off her skip by just trying to put a couple of bowls close. Give Neil something to play at. Like I say, a shout out to all of you watching in the USA. Thank you for joining us. That's part of the joy of us now being live with every game. You get to support your players. And if you don't get to watch it live, you'll be able to pick up the replay on YouTube. And when Mary-Ann replays that on YouTube, she won't be so pleased with that bowl. She did say to me yesterday, if we do get to the portable rink, be kind to me, as I will be listening to it back. Like I say, all these players love the bowls. And all the spectators here at Potters love the bowls a lot, book before they leave this year, ready for next year.
One right.
And the food is excellent. They really do look after us well here. Something you have to bear in mind when at some point you might have to put your whites on. Perhaps not to have too many desserts in a week. Yeah, it's very, very tempting is the food here. They do look after us. Lovely venue, the entertainment at night is exceptional. Once you get here, just park your car up and everything's here provided for you. And they've been absolutely brilliant for the sport of indoor bowls for so many years. And certainly now considered by most to be the home of this World Championship. Very similar delivery, Neil, to Jason Greenslade's delivery. Very precise. Steps off the mat, very similar as well. Well, David, now if you were sat in commentary, you would be saying that is one of the hardest shots to play on the portable rink. Anything that yard, 2 yards over. That shot goes to Mary-Ann Beath and Neil Furman. Which claws back the lead now. David Corkill and Chris Eady lead 6-3 after 6 ends. 3 ends left to go. They're 3 up. And Neil standing for a shorter jack.
Jack length 25.5 metres.
They're opting to play this slightly shorter jack. I think David was just pointing out the where his partner should be delivering his bowl. Looks a good length from Chris Eady, just a bit tight. Better bowl here from Mary-Ann. Yeah, good bowl there. Now Chris, just adjust. He'll be mad with himself for the first delivery. Put it down very tight. Got to give your bowls something to do. Good effort.
One right.
Like I say, when the players are mic'd up, you get a nice little bit of banter there. Well, Neil looks on a very good line here, all on his pace. He could have afforded really to reach that, because even pushing the red bowl of Mary Ann's through would help.
One shot, be Farman.
That claws another shot back for Neil Furman and Mary Ann Beath. David Corkle and Chris Eady now lead 6-4 in this opening set with 2 ends to play. It's all to play for now. Neil again standing up the rink for a slightly shorter jack. It seems to be suiting the American partnership.
Jack, 26 meters.
Just overplayed this.
It's no more searching for anything tighter. Just draw away at it. Okay? Bit more, bit more to get back. Yeah. Straighten it out again. Okay?
To green.
One of the viewers just asking about Marianne wearing a cap, and we were just saying it's personal preference. The lights out there on the portable rink are very, very strong. In fact, sometimes on the front row here you see spectators wearing sunglasses or visors when they're watching, and it's the same for the players. They're very strong lights. There's a number of players do wear a hat. A couple of the Australians do. Great ball there from David Corkill. 3 very, very loose balls from the USA partnership here, and they need to really score here. They drop a 3. It's the end of the set for them, but if they could pick up a 1, or even if you could run that jack through for 2, how brave are you, Neil? I think at this stage of the game it's worth going for. It's not an easy draw. Jack in the ditch gets you 2. Marianne just changing a hat round there. Whether that's for good luck, I'm not sure, or a fingers crossed gesture. Well, Neil, the problem with this is if he does move that jack, he could possibly leave David Corkill an open draw. Yep, he's going for it. He's very close. He's very close. What a great bowl, Neil. It's left a lot of room. Here we see it again. Look at that. Great runner on the portable rink. Does leave David Corkill a lot of room to draw, but it does mean that the USA hold 2 shots at the moment. We see Tom Weir just marking up the toucher in the ditch. So where the yellow sticker is in front of Chris Eady, that's where the jack is, and the bowl is where the red sticker is. And David Corkill's got about 2 yards to draw in here. He plays back end for his country, and he normally skips in nationals. He'll fancy his chances of drawing this. This has got to hang on. Will it hang on? Yep, great ball there from David Corkill. His nickname used to be the Panther because of his delivery style. And the Panther drew a lovely shot there to take a 7-4 lead after 8 ends in the first set. Been a good game here, as anticipated. Like I say, these players have played group stages to get to this point. And Chris Eady's gone back to the longer length jack. So a 3-shot lead for David Corkill and Chris Eady means Neil Furman and Marianne Beath need to score a 3 to tie the set. Whatever happens after this end, we move into the second set. Very supportive skipping there by Neil. Letting the lead player favoured hand. Just try and get something either side of that green bowl. This is a good bowl. Yep. Some people might sit at home and say, well, why didn't he opt for her to play the other hand? It looked open. She's just played a very good bowl down her forehand there. Chris Eady, just slight adjustment on his first bowl. This looks a wider line than he's been playing with his bowls, but it'll probably come to a good home. Well, Marianne, can you repeat your first delivery? Looks on a similar track. All on your pace here. Neil's urging it on. Well, David's just asking Tom Weir to have a look, which he thinks is second shot. It makes a difference to what David might play here. Just the one. It changes his shot because he won't want to promote the red ball. So he'll probably favour to play his forehand to use Chris's bowl to get to the jack. Take the shot away. It's a wide line. It's probably right pace for what he wanted, but just a bit high. And gives Neil the opportunity now. Backhand to the green bowl. Turn it out once. Holds the 3 he needs for the tied set. Good track. Needs to run a touch. What a great effort. Just lacking that bit of weight. David just coming to have a look at this head. With the rules of the pairs, it means that Neil Furman can go up with him to have a look, but again they have to go back to the mat at the same time. Well, there's a chance for Neil here. He's put it on an interesting line. Well, needs to do 2 jobs here. Needs to push a bowl and rest a bowl. Very unlucky. Great effort.
One shot, Ethan Furman, first set.
So Neil and Marianne take that shot, but they lose the first set. David Corkill and Chris Eady from Belfast, Ireland take the first set 7-5, and we move into the second set of 9 ends. Well, it's been the anticipated good game we thought it would be. Certainly Neil Furman and Mary Ann Beath had the chances in that first set.
Chapman, 27 metres.
Well, a couple of loose balls again from these two. It's not easy when you've played a few games on a very heavy surface. Well, a heavy surface compared to the portable. And the portable rink does change its pace as well. It can be different at different times of the day and depending on how many people are in the auditorium. No, just a question of when you go on for a practice. It can be really warm out there or quite cool, and that affects the carpet. Well, Neil's under a bit of pressure here.
Two shots, Edie Corkill.
So David Corkill and Chris Eady take a two-shot lead in the second set, having won the first set 7-5. We're now into a set that Neil Furman and Mary Ann Beath from the USA have got to win to stay in this World Championship pairs at Potter's Leisure Resort. And this game in particular is the classic proof when anybody says when's the men's pairs on or when's the men's singles on. Both the main pairs and the main singles are open events. They're open to male and female to try and qualify, and any age. And any ability, you can come and have a go. And Mary Ann Beath qualified out the USA with Neil Furman, and then's gone on to win the group stage here of the overseas qualifier to get into the overseas playoff here on the portable rink. We have had ladies qualify for the main singles before. And of course we also have the ladies world match play and the mixed pairs world match play. Well, Mary Ann's watching this bowl. It looks slightly tight. She doesn't want to sit the green bowl down. Oh, great effort. And again, as mentioned in the first game here this afternoon, we don't play the pairs under the shot clock. Well, David, this looks to be lacking to me. Yeah, great line, but just given up. Well, Neil's got a couple of chances here. He could reach, turn Mary Ann's bowl over, pop the green bowl through the gap. If I was Mary Ann, I'd be telling Neil to just play up. He's trying, but he's played it under. It's very, very hard out there to play that sort of shot. That wasn't far off the line he wanted, and it can sometimes make you look silly where the bowls finish out there. Really is a different surface to play on. Short again was the cry of Mr. Corkill, and he's correct. I wonder if a man of his calibre ever watches his games back. I wonder if he's self-critical of his games. Or he plays so many on the TV, does he just not worry about it now? I think while you're playing a sport, you can always learn something. Neil's going for the big ball here to try and take the green ball out. He's under. Missed the lot. Drops a one.
One shot, idiot Corkill.
Takes a 3-0 lead after two ends of the second set. Again, the long length jack certainly suiting the pair from Belfast. Very precisely placed there by Tom Weir, our marker for this game. There's a squad of 4 umpires here at any time. And when we go to the singles, we need 3 of them in operation for each game, because 1 marks, 1 umpires and 1 operates the shot clock, and then 1 has a rest game. But as we've still had games going on the bowlers bar rinks, our other 2 squad members of the 4 that are here this first week, Dan Blewett and Francis Fletcher, have been out on the bowlers bar. Great lead bowl here by Mary Ann. That's a very good bowl. And we also have with us here this week, well, starting for the 2nd week anyway, we have Alan Thornhill joining us for this weekend, and also for the final week of this World Championship we have Sandra McLeish. The other one that's part of the squad now is young Dan McManus. He's not with us here at the World Championships. He joined the squad at Scotland. A shout out to Dan, I'm sure he's listening in and watching. And he's part of the team now. All great markers and umpires, part of a very strong WPT setup. They are the eyes and ears and support of the players out there, and to most would be considered the face of TV bowls. Good ball here from Neil. Oh, this is very good. Line 2. David's coming up to have a look at the head. Well, he's made his decision. Just overplayed it. Big chance here for Neil to slot another one in there. It's a good track again, all on his pace. Well, can it just ease a touch if it sits down?
3 shots, Beath McFarman.
Well, that ties up the second set at 3-all after 3 ends. Really has been a very good game.
Gambit 28 meters.
Start here. Very good. Now then. On your way, Nick. Roll away.
Well, Marianne's certainly started to find this longer length jack, even though in the first set they were
Minded would be good.
doing well on the shorter jack. Can this just slip past? If this sits down, it's a great ball from Chris Eady. Sticking with a forehand. Well, it's not gone to a bad place.
You can still make it yourself, Chris, or you can change to the backhand, drop it in. Don't mind either way.
All four players out there now have got a lot of experience. Sometimes when it gets to this stage in a game, you'll say that it's the players with the most experience that start to come to the fore, but certainly the two skips have played quite often on the portable rink, and all four of them have played for the country and played at a high level. And David just having a slurp of water there. It gets quite warm out there under those lights. Mentioned earlier, the temperature does fluctuate, depends on who's in the crowd and if the doors are open. It's quite cold outside today as well. Neil's just played that just under. Well, it's not in a bad home. I think he'll be quite happy with that. He nodded his head when it arrived. Neil's just trying to play a reaching bowl, and it could send the jack to that position where David's just lodged his bowl. Good effort. Just a nice draw now, David.
I'll do it.
Close here, all on his pace. Yeah, great ball, David Corkill.
2 shots, Edie and Corkill.
That means the Irish pairing of Edie and Corkill take a 5-3 lead after 4 ends in the second set. They won the first set 7-5. It's been a very good game. Could we have the first tie-break of the World Indoor Bowls Championship here in this second game on the portable rink? Yes, very possible.
Jacqueline, 27.5 meters.
We've got a nice set there. You can see behind the players the new set for the World Bowls Tour Indoor Championships here. Sponsored by Just Retirement and hosted by Potter's Leisure. Well, they're urging this bowl up. Just fallen a touch short. I think it might be one to green.
One green.
And don't forget, if you want to watch all the bowls here, and we're covering every game right to the final. And tonight at 7:30 we have David Gawley and Mervyn King playing Ronnie Duncan and Colin Walker, followed by Jonathan Ross and Les Gillett playing the winner of this game. Bearing in mind these guys played a game this morning, playing a game this afternoon, and the winner will be playing a game tonight. It's often a question of survival of the fittest mentally and physically. In the qualifiers, you sometimes have to play 5 games in a day. But there's no better place to play bowls than on the portable rink. And certainly no venue like Potter's. The crowds are very supportive and they love their bowls. And David's fallen short there, over adjusted. He won't be happy with that because there was a big chance there. Now there's a big chance for Neil. Bit of shaking of the head there, Mr. Corkill. The boss when it comes to commentary. Lead commentator with the BBC for the bowls. Great bowl here, Neil. Yeah, great bowl.
One shot, Beath McFarman.
That tightens the score up again. Corkill and Chris Eady lead 5-4 after 5 ends. Could be a long way to go in this game yet. Jack length here is 28.5 metres. For those of you that like to hear what the jack length is, we just had one of our umpires, Mike Davis, who's umpiring this game, fly up to comms on a question, and he informed me when he was up here, he says, that jack length's 28.5 metres. Mike Davis is with us here for the full fortnight, and if he keeps running up and down stairs, he's going to be tired before the end of day one here out on the portable rink. It's getting interesting, this game. Always looked on paper to be an interesting game. Neil and Marianne look strong in their group. Had to win both the sets this morning. Fate was in their own hands. Like I say, Neil's suffering with a broken toe and is also playing in the group stages of the singles, so he came straight off a singles game to play this pairs. Uber competitive. Looks in the area with this. Marianne's urging it on. Good ball. Dave is opting to be a bit more positive at this, just on the high side. Not sure whether that's meant that the Americans are holding 3. Marianne's just having a quick look at it. Possibly 3. She said possibly 3 there. Oh, Neil, just draw to that green ball. As simple as that. Trust me, a lot easier when you're sat here watching it than when you're out there. It looks close. He's trotting up with it. It looks very close. What a ball, Neil. Just not sat down. Well, now, it does open it if David wants to change back to his forehand. Let's listen to what the maestro has to say. Well, he's asking Tom Weir, is it 3, is it 4? Well, he's opted for the runner again. Very close. Great connection. Now, where does the red ball go? The red ball goes in, and it has. It wasn't a toucher. So marker Tom Weir removes it. I'm just looking at the angle, the jack's just below where Neil Furman's feet is.
Two shots, Edie Corkill.
That was a great ball from David Corkill to remove those 3, possibly 4 shots of Mary-Ann Beath's and Neil Furman's to pick up a count of 2. That means that the Irish duo leads 7-4 with 3 ends to play. So the 3 up with 3 ends to play in the second set here in this overseas pairs playoff to go into the main pairs draw, and the opportunity to play Jonathan Ross and Les Gillett tonight in the second game on. Important end here. We often say in these World Bowls Tour events that the 7th end in a 9-end set makes or breaks. If Furman and Beath can pick up a 2, great, but if Corkill and Edie score here, well, Chris just needs to. Yeah, great ball there from Chris. That puts the Americans under that pressure again. I think Neil was just looking at the angles there. He's going to ask Mary-Ann to just try and open something up here. It's a key end, they've got a score here. She's just looking to arrive on the green bowl. Well, even if it finishes behind, it gives Neil a chance. I often say, give your bowls a chance and give your skip a chance. Well, certainly David Corkill and his partner Chris Eady are in the driving seat here now in this second set. They won the first set 7-5. They win the second set. Yep, opting to play the runner. Needs to get to the green bowl. Oh, he's just under the line.
How much more is spot, Chris?
A yard to spot to it.
Yeah, David just looking to cover the spot to the right hand side of your screen. Just taking his time over it. So he'll know there better than anyone. He says it often enough in commentary. N7, huge end in these games. There's no shot clock, he's got all the time. He'll also be conscious he'll want to finish this game off in 2 sets to conserve his energy if he's to play the game tonight, which at the moment the Belfast pair look to be in the driving seat to do. Yeah, he's just gone a bit deeper, just in case. If it does go to the spot, it wouldn't be the end of the world to drop a 1. But if he did happen to pick the jack up and take it clean into the ditch, Corkill and Eady don't really want to be dropping 2 shots. Playing a runner here. This is all or nothing.
One shot, Eady and Corkill.
Yeah, 1 shot to Eady and Corkill means they take an 8-4 lead. With 2 ends to play, that means that the USA pairing of Furman and Beath have got to score 5 in 2 ends. Tough ask. Apparently we've just had a question through. Why is there no shot clock? We don't play shot clock in the pairs. The players have only got 2 balls each to send, so you'd just be playing the shot clock between the first and second bowl. There's a lot more interaction in pairs. So for the time being, the current rules, we just play shot clock in the main singles. That's for both the Ladies World Match Play and the main open singles here at the World Championships, and at all the other World Bowls Tour ranking events, the International Open and the Scottish International Open. Scottish International Open was back in November, and the winner of the singles there was Greg Harlow, and we have the International Open that's hosted by Blackpool Newton Hall, and that's in March. I'm always proud to say that because that's my home club. All 3 totally different venues. The players have to adapt to the different circumstances, the different arenas. And the one here at Potter's Resort is exceptional. It's an amazing venue to play your bowls.
One green.
Well, as it stands at the moment, the Irish pair hold the one green they need. It's just a question of covering bowls, really, for them. Like I say, if you have any other questions, do let us know. We'll try and answer them. One of the umpires in tonight, Tom Weir's, joining us. He'll probably be a silent join, but he's here to answer any questions. And then as the week progresses, the likes of Dan Blewett and Francis Fletcher will be joining me in the commentary box. And if it's any questions about the World Bowls Tour, I'm sure we can put those to the CEO, Richard Maddison, or the chairman of the PBA, David Corkill. So any of your questions, please feel free. We're on Twitter, Facebook, and live on the chat here with the live World Bowls Tour YouTube. Loving your company here at the World Indoor Bowls Championships, hosted by Potters Resort and kindly sponsored by Just Retirement. Yeah, Neil just coming up to have a look. He's asking how many seconds. It could possibly be 3. If so, it's worth going for the bowl. Not sure on the third. Well, this bowl to stay in the World Pairs Championship. Looks on a good line. Marianne's encouraging it. It's very close. Oh, very unlucky. What a great effort there. One shot to David Corkill and Chris Eady. They win the set and take the game 2-0. Thank you so much for your company. Join us again at 7:30 for David Gawley and Mervyn King versus Ronnie Duncan and Colin Walker.